The reason we think climate-smart agriculture is important is because that FAO, one of our major objectives is to help countries achieve food security. And the agricultural sector is a key driver of food security. Having sustainable agricultural growth is necessary for achieving global food security. But with climate change, we have to change the way we do agricultural development. And the Climate Smart Agricultural Project is engaged in doing that with our partner countries. And we're trying to build a model for the kinds of practices, the kinds of policies, the kinds of investment proposals, and linking to new sources of financing that we're going to need to achieve food security under climate change. The CSA project involves 5 different pieces. One of them is building an evidence base to look at what are the practices, what are the changes in agricultural systems that will give you adaptation to climate change given the specific kinds of projected changes, but also can give you mitigation co-benefits, so that you're doing one big piece is looking at an analysis of synergies and trade-offs between adaptation, mitigation, food security in agricultural systems. Another big piece is looking at what are the barriers to farmers would face in adopting those practices. Okay, we've identified a set of practices we want farmers to adopt, but how come they can't adopt those? And what do we do about that? So we look at local institution development, things like extension, credit. But a major area of work also is looking at risk management, because climate change really changes risk. And risk is something that affects what farmers do on their farms a lot. So a big part of our project is trying to understand how risk changes the barriers farmers face in adopting new practices and how we can help them to overcome that. Another piece of the project then is looking at the policy, a coherent policy and strategic framework that combines the agricultural development, food security and climate change political frameworks. And finally, one of the major outputs of the project is to put this all together in an investment proposal so that the countries have the capacity to move ahead with large climate-smart agriculture investments, and that would be funded not only from agricultural sources of finance, but also from climate change sources of finance, these new emerging sources to support both adaptation and mitigation.